Hello Bama friends! Shocking moves for Bama fans? New recruits arriving? Big news for Bama in the recruiting game. If you like recruiting news, subscribe to the channel. Let's go! 4-star safety Jett Washington, one of the most highly rated prospects in the 2026 class, recently got a first-hand look at what makes Alabama's defense so respected. In his first visit to Tuscaloosa since receiving an official offer from the program, Washington was visibly impressed with what he saw, highlighting the quality of the Crimson Tide's defensive unit. Washington, who plays for Bishop Gorman, one of the top high schools in the country, described his experience as something truly special. He was full of praise for the atmosphere in Tuscaloosa and the performance he witnessed. "It was great, probably the craziest game I've ever seen," the youngster told Touchdown Alabama. And when a prospect of his caliber, already accustomed to big moments and high-level competition, uses expressions like that, it's clear that the impact was profound. In Washington's eyes, Alabama's defense isn't just good, it's elite. He emphasized what many analysts and fans have known for years: the Crimson Tide's defensive system is different, with a combination of speed, technique and instinct that few programs can replicate. "They fly and make plays," Washington continued, emphasizing the way the Tide's defenders seem to be everywhere on the field, ready to neutralize any threat from the opposing offense. With Alabama's formal offer, Washington is now on the radar of one of the most historic and winning programs in college football. He acknowledges the team's greatness and was quick to acknowledge the Crimson Tide's status in the college sports landscape. "They're one of the alphas of college football. They always have good teams and produce great players," the safety said, reiterating what so many young players crave: the chance to be part of a program that not only wins, but also prepares its players for the next level. Washington is already impressive physically, but his performance on the field also sets him apart. In his sophomore season, he put up impressive numbers, finishing the year with 37 tackles, 3 interceptions, and 4 pass breakups. His safety skills, combined with his game-reading ability and aggressiveness, make him a valuable target for any top team. For Alabama, recruiting players like Washington is a natural process, part of a well-established machine. The Crimson Tide defense, under new head coach Kalen DeBoer, continues its standard of excellence, and by bringing in talent like Jett Washington, the program not only strengthens its present, but also its future. These young players see Alabama as an opportunity to compete at the highest level and develop in an environment that demands and rewards excellence. It is important to remember that Alabama's history of recruiting elite defensive talent speaks for itself. Since the days of Nick Saban, and now under DeBoer's guidance, the program has always known how to attract and develop defenders who not only excel at the college level, but also successfully transition to the NFL. This tradition of success is one of the main reasons players like Washington are drawn to Tuscaloosa. Washington's visit certainly left a strong impression on him, and the Crimson Tide's chances of counting on the young talent in their future recruiting classes are significant. The program's success in attracting this type of prospect is a testament to the continued tradition and quality that makes Alabama a staple in college football. The Crimson Tide's ability to stay on top of its game, both on the field and in recruiting, is a testament to its organization, structure, and of course, the winning mentality that permeates the entire program. With names like Jett Washington showing interest in being a part of this rich history, it's clear that Alabama's future remains as bright as its past, especially on the defensive side, where excellence is a hallmark. Let's move on. Now, 4-star linebacker Kenneth Goodwin, who is in the class of 2026, is one of the names that has been increasingly linked to the program. Goodwin, who currently plays for Narbonne High School in California, is considered one of the top defenders in his class, and his recent visit to Tuscaloosa to watch Alabama beat Georgia further reinforced his admiration for the program. Goodwin already has an impressive resume of offers from top programs like Georgia, Michigan, and Texas, but Alabama remains firmly among his top options. After the Georgia game, he shared his thoughts on the Crimson Tide linebacker's performance, praising the unit's intensity and dedication. It was great, Goodwin said, noting that the Tide linebackers play relentlessly on every down. That style of play is something that resonates with Goodwin, who prides himself on his own creativity and constant motor on the field. The visit not only left a lasting impression, but it also reaffirmed Alabama's place among his top choices. Very high, Goodwin said, referring to the Tide's position on his list of potential destinations. They've always been. Those words demonstrate just how strong the pull the Alabama program has on this young talent, who, despite still being early in his recruiting journey, already appears to be strongly inclined to consider Tuscaloosa as his future college football home. Goodwin's decision about his future may be drawing near. He mentioned that he plans to commit by the end of his junior year, a strategy that aims to free up his mind to fully focus on his senior year of football without distractions related to the recruiting process. By the end of my junior year, so I can focus on my senior year of football, no college stuff, just football, Goodwin explained. That focused mindset and clarity in his decision-making process indicate that Goodwin is an athlete who knows exactly what he wants and how he intends to achieve his goals. Goodwin has the ideal physical build for a modern linebacker, combining size, strength, and skill. His versatility is another factor that makes him a coveted target for major programs. He has demonstrated ability both running from the edge and playing off the ball, which means he can be used in a variety of ways in a defensive scheme. His ability to run from sideline to sideline and pursue plays with aggression and intelligence are also attributes that set him apart. Goodwin is particularly effective when blitzing, getting after the quarterback with speed and power, one of his greatest strengths according to him. Goodwin's ability to read the game and react quickly makes him a rare talent. In an era when college programs are increasingly looking for defenders who can cover wide areas of the field and adapt to different game scenarios, he represents a valuable strategic piece. Alabama, under the new leadership of head coach Kalen DeBoer, is building a defense that maintains the intensity and intelligence that has always characterized the Crimson Tide, and players like Goodwin fit that vision perfectly. Goodwin's commitment to his own development and focus on his athletic career are clear signs that he is prepared to handle the pressure and expectations that come with playing for a program of Alabama's caliber. He recognizes the importance of playing for a team like Bama. The Crimson Tide defense, known for its aggressiveness, discipline, and precision execution, is an ideal setting for a player with Goodwin's skills. His aggressive style of play, combined with his adaptability, suggests that he could become a key part of Alabama's defense in the future. As Goodwin's recruitment process continues, it is clear that Alabama remains a favorite. His fantastic visit only solidified the mutual interest, and with the final decision approaching, Crimson Tide fans can feel optimistic about the possibility of adding another elite talent to their already impressive list of recruits. Let's get started. Another guy on the radar is Timothy Griffin, a rising defensive lineman from Georgia who has shown great potential and has already drawn interest from several major colleges. While Griffin was unable to attend this weekend's game due to the postponement of his own football game due to Hurricane Helene, he did attend the Crimson Tide's win and came away impressed with the team's performance. Griffin, who is in his senior year of high school, praised the way Alabama handled the pressure during the game. "It was a great start," Griffin told Touchdown Alabama. "I liked the way they kept their composure and finished it off, too." That kind of discipline and resilience is a big part of why the Alabama program is so respected, and it has clearly left an impression on the young defensive back. While Griffin's official visit has yet to be scheduled, he made it clear that a commitment to Alabama is on his radar. "Nothing's set in stone right now, but I'll definitely be making my OV there," he said, referring to his official visit to campus. That's great news for the Crimson Tide, who were the first Power 4 program to offer Griffin a scholarship earlier this month. Since then, the attention surrounding the prospect has only grown, with programs like Florida, Notre Dame, West Virginia, and others joining the fray for his talent. Griffin's respect for Alabama doesn't just extend to the field. He pointed to the program's infrastructure and resources as factors that could make or break his decision. "The program is great," Griffin said. They have everything you need as a player and a student to be successful. All you have to do is use the resources, because they have them all. Those words reflect the seriousness with which he takes the recruiting process, recognizing that success at the college level goes beyond performance on the field, and also encompasses the academic support and personal development that Alabama offers. Timothy Griffin is an imposing defensive lineman who combines strength and length to be a dominant force on the defensive front. He has demonstrated his ability to chase the ball and excel in the trenches, which makes him an attractive target for top programs like Alabama. His ability to use his strength to break through the offensive line and pressure the quarterback is exactly the type of attribute the Crimson Tide seeks in their defensive backs. Griffin's presence on a future Alabama team would add even more depth to the already formidable defense built by head coach Kalen DeBoer. The Crimson Tide is known for its solid defensive line, with players who are capable of dominating the line of scrimmage and imposing their game on any opponent. Adding an emerging talent like Griffin, with his imposing physique and technical skills, would help maintain that high standard for years to come. Griffin's interest in Alabama is a reflection of what the program has done over the years, building an unwavering reputation for success both on the field and in developing its players to the next level. Coach DeBoer, in his quest to keep the Crimson Tide at the top of college football, knows the importance of attracting defenders like Griffin who not only have the potential to contribute immediately, but who can also be molded into key pieces of the team's defensive scheme. With an elite combination of academic and athletic resources, Alabama continues to be a coveted destination for rising talents like Timothy Griffin. And while the youngster still has several options to consider, the respect he has already shown for the Crimson Tide program puts Alabama in a prime position to secure his commitment. As the recruiting season progresses, Griffin will certainly be a name to keep an eye on, both for Alabama fans and other schools vying for his signature. Timothy Griffin's recruiting trajectory reflects not only his talent, but also Alabama's ability to continue attracting and cultivating the best players in the country. Game on! And the final recruit to mention is Christian Ingram, a promising defensive lineman in the class of 2025 who has added to the program's strength and magnetism under head coach Kalen DeBoer. The imposing Ingram was one of more than 100 recruits who traveled to Tuscaloosa to watch Alabama's dominant win over Georgia, and he came away deeply impressed with what he saw both on and off the field. Alabama extended Ingram an offer earlier this month, and he has also drawn interest from major programs like Georgia and Vanderbilt. However, it was the atmosphere in Tuscaloosa, combined with meeting DeBoer, that seems to have left a lasting impression on the young talent from Covington, Georgia. Ingram described his meeting with the Crimson Tide coach as a unique experience, noting DeBoer's calm demeanor off the sidelines but also the clear vision the coach has for his future with the program. He told me he wanted to take me into the locker room to show me that they don't see me as a regular recruit, but as a guy who can help them continue to progress, Ingram told a famous outlet. That kind of recognition from DeBoer highlights one of the reasons Alabama continues to attract the best talent in the country: the program's ability to identify and value players who can not only contribute, but elevate the level of the team. Ingram clearly felt that connection and understood that Alabama sees him as having potential to be at Bama. The experience at the stadium, of course, also had a big impact on Ingram. He highlighted the energy and electric atmosphere surrounding the game against Georgia, noting how the Crimson Tide dominated the Bulldogs both on the field and in the stands. "The atmosphere was crazy," Ingram said. "I definitely felt the energy at Bama. Bama was working Georgia, it seemed like they wanted more." That level of intensity and dedication is exactly what sets Alabama apart from many other programs, and it's clear that Ingram was drawn to that winning mentality. Now, with the visit in his rearview mirror, Alabama has firmly positioned itself among Ingram's top options. Definitely one of the best schools with the energy they bring every morning to the legacy and talent they have, Ingram raved. "I really love the Tide." That's a powerful statement, especially coming from a player who is also being coveted by other big-name programs, such as Alabama's regional rival Georgia. Physically, Christian Ingram is a nightmare for opposing offensive lines. He has the perfect combination of size, strength, and athleticism to excel at the college level. His ability to disrupt plays in the middle of the defensive line, using his strength to shed blocks and chase down ball carriers, makes him a true threat. Ingram has already demonstrated his defensive prowess in Newton, and his ability to collapse the pocket and pressure the quarterback is something any team would value. Ingram's recruitment shows that the Crimson Tide continues to build elite talent to keep their defense at an all-time high. Under Kalen DeBoer, Alabama has a tradition of producing dominant defenses, and adding a player like Ingram would only reinforce that narrative. With his size and disruptive skills, he would be a formidable addition to Alabama's defensive line, giving the program another key piece to continue building fearsome defenses. In addition, Alabama's focus on creating an environment that values player development, both on and off the field, is something that shines through with recruits like Ingram. The player himself has spoken highly of the resources the program offers and the dedication Alabama places on its legacy and the success of its athletes. As Ingram's recruitment process continues, the visit to Alabama certainly put the Crimson Tide in a prime position. With the energy and enthusiasm he felt during his visit, combined with the personal recognition from DeBoer, Ingram seems to have found a place where he can see himself contributing and growing as a player. And if Alabama can secure his signature, it will be a major step forward in adding another great recruit to the storied Bama team. Now, can I get your opinion? Your feedback is important to Bama.